Hello everyone, how's it going today? Thought I would get another video out showing some progress on this Alien CV. The last few days I actually been working on that POI and tweaking it and testing it and tweaking it some more and testing it. Um, we'll see what happens with it, but I would like to try to get it in the actual game, as in distributing it is a real pain in the butt. So I switched over and back on the CV again, and I just want to show you some progress that was made to it. Um, so coming in through the front, essentially I've been trying to work out these areas over here, and this thing's big. It is really, really big, and I don't even know what to do with a lot of the space in this ship. Um, it's almost being built like there's buildings within inside the hull of the ship. So it's like a little city, I guess. For instance, like over here from the sides of the bridge area, um, got this room on either side, and that actually is here. Let me, and then there's this area over here, and then it drops down again over to this one of the two engineering areas. So I got to get this part all said and done and figure out what the heck to do here. But there's also space below that room, and it actually is connecting over here from the hangar, or from these side bay doors as well. So there's all this room and things here and floor space and whatnot, and I gotta figure out what to do with it. Right now I'm not exactly sure. On another section that was done up is the crafting room. So this is how the crafting room came out, and it's centrally located between the two bays on the sides, and then your central access elevator, and then also it moves up to the front of the ship here where the entryway is. I built the front wall of this out of combat steel as well, so in case this gets breached or anything else, it still has an extra layer of protection. Of course, you still got the vehicle bay below that. Um, so as in function in here, now I don't have the LCD displays in yet, but inside this room, there's 4 320K storage bins and 4 advanced constructors. In fact, there's a 320K next to each constructor. And then it has some cooking over here and your armor repair. A little hard to see right now, but might have to work out the lighting a little bit better. You have your warp tank there on O2 and med bay. So that is this area. Now this actually goes right up also to this landing pad in the central hangar area. Well, I won't say central, but so kind of neat, as in you could fly in a ship, SV, and land here and then dive right down into the crafting area, lickety split. And that's kind of, despite the size of the ship, I'm really trying to make it so all your core function is like other ships that I make, and try to keep things kind of tight and close together. Now, besides the 4 320K storage bins in this room, there's also a 240K salvage bin, and that's for the front mining lasers, and then it's got a 64K ammo as well in here. Now, that's not it for storage, though. Actually, what I did is I installed, again, kind of not lit terribly wonderfully over here yet, but it actually has an advanced constructor on each one of these vehicle bays, as well as another 320K storage bin. So that puts it at 6 320K storage, plus the harvest, and plus the ammo on top of that. Just kind of curious, do you think that's pretty good? I could add more. This ship has so much room in it, it could have unbelievable amounts of storage, but I got to think about thrust and the overall size of this thing and whatnot. Um, so, yeah. So this area here, I don't know even what I'm going to put here or these other areas over here. The farm, I didn't finish this off yet, but it's sitting at 135 grow plots. I separated these farm plots a little bit differently yet again. And this has a nice little overlook window over the hangar area from the farm. Next floor up, which I haven't really even started yet, this is a massive, massive floor. Although I'm not going all the way to the walls because I just don't need more space, I figured it would be kind of neat to have these tall ceilings out in these areas. This will be built up in the center here with walls. And up here, again, planning on a secure bridge, a medical area, a control room. This ship's going to have a lot of switches on it for dealing with thrust and other things. So I kind of wanted a location to put all that stuff. Out and back over here is, again, a bunch of space. This area here I wanted to put in as a temple. Alien temple kind of thing. Try to be real trippy with it. It'll be fluff, but also out of the way. I'm going to need some back elevators that are going to come up to these other floors that are way up there. And then, of course, I got to finish off this entire back section of the ship yet, too. So there's a lot to do yet, and I'm starting to get back on this, but I got to switch over. It shouldn't take too long, but I've got to get the alien base. Here, let's turn on some light. Which, do I have one of those spawned out here somewhere? Yeah, I got to get this kind of prepped and ready to release, which I'm probably going to release this Saturday, I'm thinking, possibly tomorrow, but hopefully, but definitely by Saturday. I wanted to make a few tweaks and modifications to it before then as well, and mainly on the turret positions, and I still have to get rid of the baby lingo signs on here, which is not a big deal. Shouldn't take too long at all. Some of this stuff I don't even know what to do with. Again, this over here, but this will be out soon, and my big goal is I just kind of wanted to review the turrets, and I think I had a couple weak areas like over on this side here. Maybe add in a couple turrets to it, and that's about it. As in the POI, I'm on so many different revisions now. I think the latest was this one. I keep on tweaking it, and the spawn points, and lighting, and all kinds of stuff. Trying to get this into the game, and we'll see if that takes place or not. I don't know. I made quite a few modifications of things that were brought up that would cause performance issues with the lights and things like that. Whoops. So I've actually switched the entire place over to sensor-based lighting and had to set up like each one of these rooms so it turns off lights that aren't in the immediate area that you're in. I also tweaked spawn points, what spawns, and quite a few other things. And then you also have like a spawn radius, so I was setting that in places as well. These generators over here was also a vulnerable spot where players could, once they got to this room, could blow up the 2 generators that were there and then not have to deal with anything else in the base. So I had to protect these generators, and so I shielded them on all sides for that purpose. So that's where most of my time has gone lately, but yeah, I'm really wanting to get cranking on this CV some more, and did get some more stuff done. So I'm happy about the crafting area, and that's all worked out. I'm I don't know how to explain it. A little perplexed on this area on what I want to do with it and what I'm going to do with all the space. And I don't know if I should just leave some open areas like this room over here. I guess you could plop down anything you really wanted to. Thought about expanding the farm, but honestly, I don't think it really needs more farm. So yeah, it's all kind of down to what to do with it. And but yeah, little area at a time it'll get done. And I don't want to even mention a release date on this because I've been blowing every one of my release dates. I say, hey, I'm going to have this done by this time, and then obviously that's not happening. So all I can say is it'll be done when it's finished. That's about it. So hope you enjoyed this and at least got some updates on the progress on this thing. Yeah. And if you have any ideas on interesting things that could be done in some of these areas, and I'm looking at this area here on either side, this area over here. Not too worried about the engineering area. I'll figure that out. But yeah, and I gotta figure out what the heck to do with this chunk over here too. I hate to waste space, but it's just not very. It's not really good usable space for anything like rooms and things like that. I guess with some tweaking, I could probably figure out something to add in these areas. But a lot of the blocks that are here need to be there, and whatnot. Also on the storage, 6 320K storage plus the 220 harvest. I think that's pretty good. I could go more again, and if you think I should, I could add in more storage easily in places, or potentially even add places where a player can add more storage if they really so desire. My biggest thing I got to be concerned about is my lift thrust. Now granted, this ship has more lift thrust than anything else I've ever built, including the Chiron CH-10, which has 4 of these large thrusters. Now this has 6, and my thinking behind it is I believe 2 of these is good enough to lift this ship without carrying a storage or any kind of weight with it. The additional 4 would be for lifting with storage, hopefully full, or dealing with very high gravity planets. I hope I don't need to add more lift thrust. Now, if I did, I would probably want to actually look at doing something in the back area of the ship, but I'm trying to avoid it right now because I really don't want to have to make more modifications for that. If I don't have to, that is. But if I have to, it's not a big deal. So, well, there you go. And yeah, my gosh, when this thing is eventually done, it's literally quite a walk from one side to the other. It really is, and there's so much space in here to do things with. In fact, since I wanted to have the secure bridge more centrally located in this area, I also don't know what to do with this front area. This could be some kind of crew rooms. Again, I'm dealing with aliens, and putting in beds and showers and things just doesn't seem appropriate, but I don't know what else to put there that would work. I could try to, I don't know. So, looking for ideas. The only thing that's really set in stone is I really did want that alien temple thing. But everything else could be modified. I also thought of like a little battle arena, potentially in this area over here. I don't exactly know how that would work or turn out, but I could make use of the LCD projection to actually make some like laser walls and things in the area, and that was my thinking behind that. All right, well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you got any questions or whatnot, let me know, and might be back tomorrow with another video on actually doing up another area in this ship. And there's an awful lot of areas to do, so I'm not going to run out of things to do videos on, at least regarding this particular ship. Now, I've got 2 other ideas of things I would like to build, actually more than that. One is I wanted to start creating a chassis to work with these mounts. Like probably start with an HV chassis, something that's all measured out and mounts to the ceiling and docks to the central walkway and works. So that is something I might do tomorrow as a tutorial, hopefully. And then I could actually give you the dimensions of exactly what that needs to be to function once I get it worked out. So if you ever did want to build anything that's compatible with this, you would know at least the general specs on how to build it. So, okay, well, y'all have a good day. See you later.